Welcome student, welcome to the channel. In the systematic development of Indian education, we reached to till British time period, and in this video we will see the remaining development during the British time period, and we will start from the theory which was given by Lord Macaulay, and the theory named downward filtration theory of education, which means that education is to be filtered to the common people drop by drop. So in order to create this theory, the main reason behind creating this theory was to develop a faithful class of people which ultimately blindly follow the food, taste, behavior, manner of the Britishers. And second reason behind is that Britishers want to create more self-centered people, which create a great difference between the rich and the poor in Indian society. And thirdly, they wanted to run their administration more peacefully and smoothly. So it was essential to the Britishers to make the higher class blind follower of the Britishers. So with these views, we come to know that this theory was not for the development of Indian education. This was only meant for the improvement of the Britishers' policies. So it put a negative impact on Indian education. Let's move further. Wood Dispatch, which comes at 1854. Charles Wood, the president of the Board of Control of English East India Company, had wrote this dispatch. Let's see what is in this dispatch. First point, an education department was set up in the every province. Earlier the India was divided into province, such as today's it was divided into states. So in each province there was a department was created, educational department was created, so that the educational administration was run smoothly. Secondly, the different universities were started, which were based on the other countries, such as the London universities, and the three main cities where the university started was the Bombay, Madras, and Calcutta. Let's move further. Point number 3. So at least one government should be opened in every district, which means that either the state government or the central government should look after the educational system of that particular area of the district. Next, private school should be given the grant in aid. Those who did better, they will get funds to grow more, to improve more. Next, Indian should also get training in their mother tongue. Now they are free to take language, they can choose their own language. Earlier it was not possible by the Lord Macaulay's theories, but now in this Charles Wood's concept, it was easier to go through the Hindi language. Next, the province was made for a systematic method of education from primary level to the university level. So now this point says that now the primary level, next upper primary level, secondary, senior secondary, a proper system was created till the university level. Next, Britishers streamlined the education as they start syllabus in education. Now this is the first time that the syllabus was taken into consideration. Earlier without syllabus education was running, which make a more chaos in the structure of the education. Next, by this Charles Wood's concept, education is institutionalized. Now the degree oriented education is started. So after the end of every class, they provide you a result, such as to now these days we students take their degrees, which makes the educational structure more systematic. Let's move further. The teacher training institute were firstly established by this concept. Earlier there was no concept of teacher training was thought. So this was in a positive forward development of the Indian education, so that now we can teachers get training, so that students get more better and more better and good education. Now next, the government should always support education for the women. Women's education were taken into consideration. Next, professional education come into limelight. Everyone wants to be a educator, and they want to spread their education to the society. And this dispatch recommended grants for the school all over the countries, universities, college, high schools, middle schools, and primary schools. So in at all the levels, grants in aid were given, so that particular school or particular college get improvement. Next, this this dispatch give importance to the Muslim educations, because they were more at that time they were more backward in the education field. So this wasn't a good step taken by the British government. Next, this dispatch recommended directed a company to follow the policy of religious neutrality, which means that no religious was given to any kind of preference, if all the religions were taken into consider equally in the educational institutes. Next, this dispatch recommended that the separate department of public instruction in the 5 provinces, and appointed a director of head to the department to the properly run of the schemes in India. So there was an administrative structure wherein the public institutions were established in 5 provinces, and on that one director was appointed. So there was a proper staff, proper workout, and proper administration for educational schemes and educational development, which gives a real boost to the Indian education. Let's move further. Let's conclude this Charles Wood dispatch. This was the main dispatch which was considered as the most positive dispatch of Indian education. And on the recommendation of this dispatch, Indian education slowly get movement and gradually evolved towards the development, and all the changes brings a new scenario to the education. And this dispatch provides though it provides a class of clerks, but on the other hand it also put in a focus on the vocational education and women's education, which are very positive and very effective for the Indian education. So on the basis of the recommendation of this concept, we can say is that Indian education get a new start after implementing this Lord Charles Wood's dispatch. And this dispatch was called the Magna Carta of Indian education. What is the Magna Carta? We already taken in the previous video. So up till now, that's it. We will meet in the next video. Thank you. Keep watching on.